Hi everyone, today we're going to continue our work with counterclaims. Today our focus is going to be how to make sure you're addressing the other side effectively. So our goal for today is going to be able to create a counterclaim that directly responds to the opposition's reasoning. So when we're creating a counterclaim, we're going to assume what the other side's going to say. Whatever they're saying, we want to make sure that our reasoning aligns perfectly with theirs and that we're making an argument that is better than theirs, that we're beating their argument and that ours is better. So in order to do that, we have to understand exactly what their argument is, what's the thinking behind their argument, and then how do we say something stronger than that. So it should kind of be like this process. Like their side, they have a reason and evidence and explanation. We have a reason and evidence and explanation for ours. Our reason should line up directly with theirs. It should directly oppose, address, defeat their reason. So we want to be going through that thought process and thinking, okay, what's causing them to say this? And then how can I prove that idea wrong? So your idea shouldn't be its own independent thing, something that's not related. It should be directly addressing theirs. So I want to step back from the Absolutely True diary and try it with something that's a little more straightforward. This one may be undebatable though because Kit Kats are the best chocolate candy. I'm going to read out this counterclaim paragraph and then I'll break it down with that process of how I'm directly thinking about what their reasons are. Some may argue that M&Ms are the best chocolate snack. They point out that the chocolate flavor is enhanced by the crunch of the outer shell, and most importantly that they're shareable, so you can include your friends. However, Kit Kats actually contain the best parts of M&Ms along with a better perk. Kit Kats also have a crunch, but it's not just present on the outside. Kit Kats actually have crushed up Kit Kats throughout, which gives it the perfect mix of crunch and chocolate. And unlike M&Ms, which are so small that you are forced to share them with others, you're able to enjoy your Kit Kat all by yourself and don't have to waste any of that delicious chocolatey crunch. All right, so one difference you'll notice that we're not using evidence here because I'm not supporting it with anything. I'm just kind of talking here. And I do have more than one point here, but it's going to be the same process. So if I try to break down what are the points that they're using in theirs and then directly address them, they say in theirs that M&Ms have a crunchy shell. So when I'm coming up with how I'm going to beat that, I need to address that idea of a crunchy shell. Like I need to say how that crunchiness doesn't exist or the crunchiness in Kit Kats is better. So I focus directly on that idea. So I say Kit Kats also have a crunch, but it's mixed throughout. Having it as an essential part of the treat is better. So it's not just this outer shell, it's throughout, it's more Kit Kats, it's better. So I've directly addressed that. That's the part that's really important in a counterclaim. Their other concept is that M&Ms are shareable, and I'm going to go right after that idea and say that shareable is not better. So Kit Kats are not shareable, and shareable is not better because I don't want to share my delicious treat. I'm eating it because it's great. I don't want to give it away. So I'm going at their logic there. I'm saying why their logic is flawed. I'm saying why my logic is better. That's exactly what you want to do with counterclaim, whatever your topic is. So if I go to the original one that I used for the Absolutely True diary, the opposition is saying that Arnold is brave in leaving the reservation. I'm saying he's naive in leaving the reservation. So I'm going to look at their point and say, okay, what is their point? What's at the heart of their point? What's their logic? So they're saying Arnold realizes how desperate life on the reservation is and thinks nothing could be worse. So I need to either say that life isn't actually that desperate on the reservation or something could be worse. That should be what's going on in my side. I'm going to go after that second point that something could be worse. And my point is that he doesn't even know what types of racism he's going to encounter. So the aggressiveness, the constant nature of that is actually going to be a worse environment for him than his life on the reservation. So again, I'm trying to go after their logic and I'm trying to make an argument that's stronger. As you're going through this, like you're going to self-judge. If your argument's not stronger, you might want to switch sides. You might want to get a better point. That's kind of how you want to go through that process of picking which side of the argument you're on. So for the next one, I'll have you guys try this on your own in the assignment. We're going to use the argument that Arnold is with Penelope for the right reasons. And if the opposition said that Penelope makes him feel good, you're going to come up with what is that point? What is that reason you're going to use to go against that? Arnold is not with Penelope for the right reasons. How are we going to beat down their idea? And then the final thing you're going to do is you're going to come up with your own arguments. You're going to show what does the opposition say, what is their idea, what is their reason to back it up, and then you're going to give the opposition, you're going to give the reason that beats it down. So we're going to do a lot of practice with this so that we feel confident as we go into writing longer with this and looking at more arguments that have counterclaims in there. So hopefully by the time we are done with this, we'll have a sense of how do we go directly after that opposition.